Hi, Reddit. This is very embarrassing, but I have no one else to talk to and need to get this off my chest. Let me start by saying this. I never expected my life to unravel like this. When I first met Jake, I thought I had finally won the lottery. He was everything a girl could ask for: tall, handsome, thoughtful, and that kind of pure-hearted soul you only read about in stories. Our relationship was filled with laughter, spontaneous road trips, lazy Sunday mornings, and deep late-night conversations. I felt safe, loved. But over time, I started craving more. Not more love, not more attention, just more chaos, more fire, more of something I couldn't even name. It started with a message, just one. An old friend from high school, Matt. We hadn't spoken in years. When his name popped up on my phone late one night, my heart skipped a beat. I smiled. We exchanged some casual messages, caught up like old friends do, and then he invited me to a party at his place. At first I hesitated, but that old thrill, the one you feel when you're sneaking out after curfew, it came rushing back. I told Jake I was going to a girls' night. Lie number one. When I walked into Matt's house that night, the atmosphere was electric. The music was loud, the lights were low, the drinks were strong. I felt 21 again, like nothing could touch me. I told myself it was harmless, just reconnecting with an old friend. But the way Matt looked at me, it wasn't innocent. And the way I leaned in when he whispered in my ear, yeah, I knew exactly what I was doing. The drinks kept coming, and then came the flirting. Then came the crowd, a few guys I didn't know but who looked like they walked straight out of a bad decision. One of them winked. Another handed me a drink and said, "You're the hottest girl here." I should have left right then. Instead, I stayed. And that's when I heard the whispers. "There's gonna be a gangbang," someone said with a smirk, like it was just another party game. I don't know what possessed me. Was it the alcohol? The attention? The emptiness I didn't want to admit I felt, but something in me said yes. I didn't think about Jake. I didn't think about right or wrong. I let go, completely. One by one, the lines I swore I'd never cross blurred until they disappeared completely. I remember the heat, the sweat, the chaos, the way it felt to be desired by everyone in the room. It was like I wasn't even me anymore. But the morning came, and with it, the consequences. My head was pounding. My body ached. I was gathering my things when I saw him, one of the guys from the night before, staring at me like he'd seen a ghost. It was Mark, Jake's best friend. My stomach dropped. I froze. His eyes widened. The air between us turned cold. He pulled me aside and hissed, "What the hell are you doing here?" I couldn't breathe. All I could say was, "Please, don't tell him." He didn't say yes. He didn't say no. He just walked away. From that moment, I was a prisoner in my own life. I went home and acted like everything was fine. Jake greeted me with that same soft smile, kissed me on the forehead, made me breakfast. Meanwhile, I was dying inside. Every laugh I faked, every hug I gave him, it felt like I was adding another brick to the wall of lies I had built. And then, it started. The looks at parties, the whispered conversations that stopped when I walked in, the way Mark couldn't meet my eyes. And then came the message. It was from Mark. "You need to talk to Jake. It's all over the group chat." I dropped my phone. My hands were shaking. Somehow, one of the guys at the party had bragged, shared details, names. Someone recognized me. Word got out. And just like that, my secret wasn't mine anymore. Jake confronted me that night. I'll never forget the look in his eyes. Hurt, confused, betrayed, like I had ripped out his soul and spit on it. "Is it true?" he asked, his voice barely above a whisper. I couldn't lie anymore. Tears flooded my eyes. "Jake, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to happen. I was drunk. I was stupid. Was Mark there? He shouted. That hit like a bullet. He already knew. Before I could answer, his phone buzzed. A message from Mark. I saw the preview. I can explain. It's not what you think. Jake lost it. He punched the wall, screamed, accused me of using him, of humiliating him, and worst of all, of letting his best friend be a part of it. I tried to explain. Jake, I didn't even know he was there. I didn't do it to hurt you. But the damage was done. He walked out, slammed the door behind him, and just like that, he was gone. The fallout was brutal. My phone blew up with messages, some from friends, some from people I barely knew. The story spread like wildfire. I couldn't escape it. Worse, Jake and Mark had it out in public, at a bar. I got there just in time to see the punches fly. Jake shouting, "You were supposed to be my friend." Mark yelling, "I didn't know she was your girl until it was too late." I screamed, I begged, I pulled them apart. Blood was running down Jake's lip. Mark's eye was swelling shut. I stood between them, shaking, crying, and said the only thing I could. This is my fault. Jake looked at me with such coldness, I barely recognized him. I loved you, he said, and you let them touch you. All of them. And you didn't even care. I tried to reach him, apologize, beg, but the wall was up, and it wasn't coming down. In the weeks that followed, I lost everything. Jake moved out, blocked me, Mark moved away, the friend group split in two. I became the villain in everyone's story, the girl who blew up a relationship and a friendship with one reckless night. And you know what? They were right. I did this. I burned it all down for a moment of selfish indulgence. Now I sit here, alone in an apartment that still smells like Jake's cologne, wondering when the pain will stop, wondering if he'll ever forgive me, wondering if I'll ever forgive myself. The truth? I don't know. But I do know this. If I could go back, I would never have gone to that party. Because one night of pleasure cost me the only man who ever truly loved me.